So this is going to be a scuffed podcast, not to be confused with the scuffed podcast. But this is a We Are Wrestling podcast duo.
Yes,
So,
sir.
so you're ready? Let's just get down to it.
All right.
So AEW started with William Regal, and Regal said, "Guess what he said? What did he say? Want to guess what he said?"
Nothing.
Exactly. That's exactly what Regal said. Nothing.
Not a goddamn thing.
And then he said, "Next week, MJF will tell you why I sent him an email and what I said in the email next week." It's like, okay. That's what I thought. Was like, okay. Like, I gave not one shit about it. I was like, okay.
Pretty
So
much.
it's not. It wasn't like I don't like Regal. It's just I didn't care because you didn't say nothing that was like intriguing to make me go, all right, next week. I can't wait.
Like, it's just the email. So that says like they were in cahoots the whole time, which we been knew.
Yes. So Moxley comes out. Moxley wants to fuck up Regal. But then Bryan Danielson comes out and he's like, don't do it. Don't do it. Because you went through an addiction and so did my father. And the person who got me through it was Regal because he was the only person who knows about addiction. And he made me get the last 10 years of my father before he died. And the crowd immediately just starts going bullshit. And it's like, dude, he just said his father died. I was like, how are you so evil? Like, they were being evil pricks. And I was like, what the fuck?
Even me being a fucking asshole, like that kind of bothered me.
Like, it bothered me because it's like, this is supposed to be a storyline that you guys are supposed to get behind. And you guys are supposed to be like, oh, you know what? Kinda, maybe. They just skipped it and was like, nah, it's complete bullshit. Like, he's lying. He's a fucking liar. And it's like, just go along with it for like 5 minutes. Make it like compelling. Just go 5 minutes. They were like, nah, fuck it. We're not even doing that. And then Moxley got in Regal's face and told him, run. Run and never come back. The funny part about this was like, in my mind, I'm like, is he telling him to go to WWE? Because it was like, it was really...
I honestly was thinking that because we're in War Games time right now. So what if he just appears on War Games and like, War Games?
That would be so funny. So then we had a backstage thing with Keith Lee. And Renee's like, yo, what's up with you and Swerve? You hate him? Swerve walks up. Keith Lee tells him, choose his words wisely. And Swerve puts his hand over the camera. And that's all we know.
Heel turn.
Yes. So then we had Orange Cassidy versus Jake Hager. Jake Hager kept wearing a goddamn hat. The match was built around the goddamn hat. It was so weird. Orange gets...
It was supposed to be for the fucking title, and it was about the hat.
That's what it was about, the hat. And Orange gets the win. And then here comes QT Marshall on a goddamn facility faction. It's like, who gives a shit? So they come out, and as they're coming out, stuff blinks to black, and you're like, okay, it's Danhausen. Then you see like red, and you're like, oh, it's Danhausen. He's coming. It goes completely black, and it's like, oh, it's Danhausen. Then it's like, nope, it's Julia Hart. Like, uh-oh. The House of Black is back, baby.
Yeah, that shit popped me because I thought it was fucking Danhausen the whole time too.
Like, after the second beat, it was like, oh, this isn't Danhausen. Because, like, the Danhausen thing would have been, like, a little more easy to stomach. But it was like, no, it was the House of Black. And the House of Black killed everybody. The faction, the best friends, everybody died. It felt like they were Lance Archer in Japan.
Security, like a number of fucking people.
Yes, and speaking of Lance Archer in Japan, he's in Japan right now with Suzuki in the New Japan Tag League. So,
Awesome.
yeah. So then they had a Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus recap, and he was like, "Yeah, you experienced that with me," and blah blah blah, yada yada yada. And I was like, "Oh, okay." Yeah, I really want this feud to end.
I think it is. Like, it sounds like to me like they're gonna be friends again. I don't want that, but that's what it sounds like.
But we still got the whole Christian thing that still needs to happen.
That's too.
So it's gonna be long and weird.
Yep.
So then we had Ego versus Ricky Starks in the finals of the tournament. So the whole match, Ricky is injured and Ego's beating on him. He's injured. He's beating on him. He's injured. And like about halfway through, you're like, oh, Ricky Starks is winning. And Ricky Starks won. So that was crazy.
It's kind of like they kind of made it obvious, you know.
Yeah. So then we had, right after Ricky Starks win, you hear it start up and goes, "We gotta do TNT champion." And you're like, oh, fuck, like that wasn't for the belt.
I literally said that out loud.
Yeah. And then they did a Wardlow thing. It was like, hey, it's Wardlow. This isn't the new TNT champion. It's like, now that made absolutely zero sense. I was so confused. I was so confused. What the fuck? That didn't make any sense at all.
Same.
It was bad. So then we had the Jade Cargill and Bow Wow segment that actually happened over the weekend. And like I said on this podcast last week, Jade Cargill is either going to drag AEW to Spotlight or leave them behind.
And she's dragging them.
Yes. And so she has an interview with Red Velvet is back. And it's like, oh, wow, Red Velvet's back. And then Kiera Hogan, who I'm just going to say it out loud, is dressed and looks just like Sasha Banks. And it's like, oh, okay. I'm just not gonna touch that because she was the one who said that Sasha was copying her.
How about that?
And then Mark Sterling tells Kiera, sign this piece of paper. And she's like, what? Why? Yeah, Jade Cargill doesn't need your services anymore. You're fired. Oh, okay. Wow. She's fired.
That was kind of weird to me because like she was the original one. So I thought they were gonna fire the newer one. I forget her name right now.
No, but I feel like she's gonna go for the TBS title.
Okay.
So then we have the Wayward Sons, the Elite. They show up and immediately it's fuck the Elite chants. It's just loud as hell. Fuck the Elite. Fuck the Elite. And it's like, okay, well, you're in Chicago. You should really expect that. And then the Death Triangle come out and they have the match. And in the match, they do a lot of things. It's just like, if you're looking at this and you're a wrestling fan, you're just like, there's something there. There's something there. If this isn't something there, this means that they're just total complete dicks, which they can be. But I feel like there's something there. This is fucking around because they did a buckshot fuck up where Matt Jackson pretended to do a buckshot lariat and completely botched it because that's what Punk did. And it's like, okay, the Bucks are being complete dicks. You're like, okay, Kenny bites Pac on the arm, just like bites him just like he got bitten. It's like, bro, this is way too heavy-handed. Fucking, and then Kenny does the GTS, and it's like, come on, like this is way too heavy-handed even for them. Kenny did the go to sleep sign and everything, and it's like, bro, this is way too heavy-handed. Like this isn't like, I expect them to do shit like this, but this was too much. This was like literally they just poured everything into this. Like, yeah. And like the only other excuse I can give them is They're in Chicago. Of course, they were gonna get booed, so they had to do dick shit. That would be perfectly like, okay, yeah, whatever. But I felt like they poured way too much into this. It'd just be like a normal Young Bucks dumbass thing.
No, I agree. It would have been like little shit here and there, but it feel like they put everything out there. Like they wouldn't have done the fucking buckshot. They would have attempted the DTS, but not do it fully.
Mm-hmm.
Or
And
they
the
would have just
bite,
did the fucking sign. I don't think the bite would have gone down either.
yeah, it's just like it felt like this was too heavy-handed. It's like, man, like this doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
So we'll see where that goes.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing where that goes, Kenny Omega is going to Japan on the 4th. Like I said, so Kenny is going to face Will Ospreay.
Like you said.
Yes, I said that a long time ago. Now, I've also said I feel conflicted about this match, and the longer it goes, I feel conflicted because, like, there's been 4 times in the 2 promos that they had that I literally said, I can't believe the worst person in the world just made a great point. 4 times. And it was on both sides. It's like Kenny said 2 things that was really true about Will, and Will said 2 things that was really true about Kenny. And I'm like, I can't believe the worst people in the world have made great points. And there's a lot of people, and I know, like, people are going to be like, oh, you hate the Elite. There's going to be a lot of people that's going to be like, this is going to be the match of the fucking year next year. Immediately, as soon as it happens, they're already calling it now. Listen, both guys are great workers. And partially, I can separate arts from the artist. But at the same time, I just can't deal with fans. They make it hard for me to just be like, oh yeah, no, this is great. I can't deal with it.
I feel you.
So I will watch the match. I think I will just, like, for the next 72 hours after that match, will be off of the internet because I'll just don't want to deal with fans. So the match, the 6-man match, ends with Penta using the hammer, which was weird. Penta used a hammer and knocked out Kenny. 1, 2, 3. Death Triangle gets the win, and then Phoenix is like, dude, what the fuck? Why did you use a hammer? And it's like, oh, okay, they're all turning heel.
Didn't Phoenix use the fucking hammer at the pay-per-view though? Like I pointed that out too. So like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I think he was like, he didn't expect it, and he was like, you're supposed to be the good one. So now it's just like, everybody's bad guy. So then we get Renee Paquette, and she says, I have a huge announcement. AEW has talked to Thunder Rosa, and she dropped the title, which means there's no more interim champion, which means Jamie Hayter is the women's world champion. And she brings Jamie out to interview her. And Britt takes the mic and starts talking. And Jamie just, like, at first just goes, okay, cool. I'm okay with that. No problem. And then they get into this match. It's a 3-way women's match. 3-way women's tag match. Sky Blue, Willow Nightingale versus KJ, Takati and J versus Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter. And it's like, okay, maybe one of the other teams are going to win, right? They're going to win and set up for the women's title match, right? Right? No. Jamie and Britt get the win. They lay out Sky Blue, and it's like, okay. Okay. But then they're about to present Jamie with the belt. Britt takes the belt And Jamie was like, dude, what the fuck? And then Britt gives it to Jamie. It's like, okay, so they're going with Jamie versus Britt. It has to be.
Like it's like little shit there that you see that makes it clear,
Yes. So then we get backstage and we get Top Flight Security versus FTR, and they're like, yo, we love you. And they're like, we love you too. Oh, wow. Let's have a tag match for the ROH titles at Rampage. Okay.
I was just about to ask you what titles it was, because I know they challenged them. I didn't hear what titles it was for.
It was for the ROH title.
Oh, okay.
So the Acclaim come out, and they're doing a rap. And in the rap, like, a lot of people missed this, and I don't know why they did this, but in their rap, they just mentioned Jarrett and Lethal and Slapnuts, and it's like, how did you guys miss that? And then, like, right after that, Jarrett and Lethal challenged them for a match. And it's like, okay, well, that's really dumb. Like, I don't know why they did that, but, like, it was really stupid. Like, the whole thing was just really dumb.
And random.
It was really dumb. And then after that, they just cut the promo, and they just like, okay, well, that's a thing. And I was like, I have no idea why. I have no fucking idea why. It was just so random. It was like completely random.
Yeah, like what the fuck. But whatever, like it's just gonna be a random Rampage match. That's the way I see it.
Yeah. So then we had the main event. Chris Jericho defended his title versus Ishii. And of course this match was gonna be a fucking banger. Of course, like there was no way it wasn't, right?
Of course not.
Yeah, of course. And Jericho got his chest busted open from chops, which was fucking awesome.
I want to say that's the first time I've personally seen something like that.
Yeah, no, that's the first time you've seen it. That's the first time I've seen it that bad. That's the first time I've seen it that bad. Because it's been bloody chest before, but like this one was like really bad. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Ishii winds up tapping out, and Jericho keeps the title and then gets challenged by Claudio Castagnoli.
For the millionth time.
Yeah. They have to do something better. Please do something better.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm not okay with that at all.
I don't mind that Ishii lost. That's one problem I have though. Like I don't like it was like tap out.
No, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. I want more for Jericho. I want more for Jericho to do stuff.
Okay.
Cause like this Claudio thing, he's done it already. Why is he doing it again? There's no reason for it. I don't want it.
Like he has fucking. I think I mentioned to you off the podcast. Like he has Yuta. He could face Yuta. Obviously, yeah. He could beat Yuta, but might be a good match. They can force him to face Garcia. Fucking what's his name? Jerry Lynn. Like we didn't get an update on him.
Yeah, like anybody except for Claudio again.
Yeah.
Anybody. But yeah, that was Dynamite, and that was it.
Yeah, that was all right.
Yeah, so let's get to Raw, kind of. Okay. Right. So Monday Night Raw was a thing. It was a thing that happened, and a lot of stuff happened that was like, what? So, okay, it starts off with Kevin Owens, Brawling Brutes and Drew McIntyre, and they were out there, and the Brawling Brutes are out there, and then all of a sudden Judgment Day comes out. You're like, what the fuck did Judgment Day come out there for?
I
And
even said, I was like, yeah, those two storylines don't go together. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
yeah, but for some reason they did, and it was like, what the fuck? So they had a match. They wound up having a 6-man match, and it's like, okay, Judgment Day versus the Brawling Brutes. Okay, cool, whatever. And then the OC came out to fuck with the Judgment Day, and I was like, oh, okay, well, that's how they lost. And it was like, oh, well, that was a thing. But like, okay, so the one thing that came out of that I did like, and I was like, there's got to be more to it. Because Dominic said something about, yeah, tell my dad something. It's like, oh, you want to see your dad again? And also, I've seen Sheamus and Finn Balor going at it, and it's like, I want to see them wrestle. Like, I want to see them wrestle. So, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't remember if they ever fought before. I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm not, like, my mind is very foggy, so I'm like, yeah, I don't know if that happened.
Yeah.
But I would definitely love to see that happen again. So, then we had Gable and Otis versus Elias and Riddle. And I was like, okay, well, that happened. And the funny part was Alpha Academy won. It was like, what the fuck? How did y'all win? Not very weird. I was confused by that. So this is confusing everybody because this happened and then it didn't happen. So they were doing a backstage interview, and last week Carl Anderson and Gallows called Mia Yim Michin, and apparently it went up on WWE.com as Michin. That's Mia Yim's new name, and it's like Michin. And it was like, okay, cool. And then 24 hours later, they was like, no, she's still Mia Yim. And it's like, well, why did they change it? Like, what made that happen? It's like, because like they literally said it's a nickname. They literally said out their mouth, oh, it's a nickname. And it's like, oh, okay, cool, that makes sense.
It's like it's her club name, I guess, right?
Yeah, and like they just deaded it like 5 seconds later. It was like, nah, fuck this, it's over. It's like, okay.
I liked it.
Yeah. So then we had Johnny Gargano, and Johnny Gargano is about to wrestle the Miz. He's getting ready, and the Miz is like, I hurt my hand doing a TikTok dance, and you're gonna have to face Almost. And it's like, what the fuck?
Even like, Johnny had to look like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Like, it was a tolerable match, but of course, you know, Johnny was going to win because Miz was still alive, and Miz can just like, fuck you. And that's what happened. I was like, oh, okay. So then we find out that it's going to be a triple threat, not a 4-way. A triple threat. For the U.S. title, is going to be Doc Hendricks versus Austin Theory versus Bobby Lashley. Like, okay.
He said Doc Hendricks, my dog. What the fuck?
So then we get Mustafa Ali versus Theory. Mustafa Ali is injured and he's getting his ass beat. He keeps fighting back. He's getting his ass beat. And Ali almost wins. Theory exploits his ribs. 1, 2, 3. And then Theory just starts talking shit. And Bobby Lashley's like, yo, I'm gonna come out there and fuck you up. So Theory's like, yeah, come on, bitch. So they get in a little scuffle. Theory runs off. It's like, okay. Theory runs off into the back. He gets in the back, and Ali is there hurt with his ribs. Theory just grabs Ali and throws him in a Lashley, and Lashley just fucks up Ali some more. And then Lashley and Theory go at it some more. It's like, what the fuck?
I feel like not Theory. Ali's gonna be putting this match last minute.
I feel the same way. So there's a lot of people that like immediately are just like, oh my god, I can't believe Ali is losing like this. Ali sucks. Like he deserves better. He deserves better. He's losing. He's losing. He's losing. And one of my friends literally brought up a point was like, so you mean to tell me you guys never saw Tommy Dreamer? You never saw how Paul Heyman booked Tommy Dreamer to lose and lose and lose and lose and become this lovable losing babyface that all of a sudden just gets this big pop and turns into this big face and just is the face of the company. So you guys never saw that. And like at that point, I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I was saying too. Like I'm thinking the same thing because I even said it on a podcast like months ago. Was like he's gonna wind up being U.S. champion.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's gonna happen. He's gonna wind up getting that win because he's gonna lose. Everybody's gonna count him out. He's gonna fucking get the win, and it's like, damn, like oh shit, and like that's what's gonna happen.
I could definitely see that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So then we had the main event, and the main event was also we had Drew McIntyre versus Bartender Cabron, and Drew beat him because of Akira Tozawa returning to original Akira Tozawa with the blonde hair. I was like, okay.
That threw me off because I didn't know it was him for a second.
Yeah, it was a lot of rehashes. The funny part is like he wrestled on main event in the very, very beginning of the show, so the spoilers were out was like, yo, he has blonde hair, and I'm like, oh, he's going back to his original thing. But I thought they totally took him away from the bartender thing. But now he's back at it. I'm like, okay, I'm all right with it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. So the main event. The main event was the women's main event. It was Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley. So the winner gets the advantage. So right before the match, we find out that on Friday, we're going to find out who the person is. We're going to talk about that in a second, but of course Rhea Ripley was going to get the win because the heels always have an advantage.
Always.
So that happened, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. So, okay. As far as the women thing, here it goes. Like, Asuka. It was Asuka. I totally blanked out on who she was facing.
Yeah. Because I feel like the match should have been fucking Io Sky versus Asuka anyway, because they had the most charisma. So I can see why you came to that conclusion.
Yeah. So the rumors are out there of somebody being the person. But here's the whole breakdown of this whole thing, because there's a lot to it.
Okay.
So people are already assuming it's Candice. Like they were assuming it was going to be Candice, and like if it was going to be Candice, they should have said on Monday it's Candice. Because if they didn't, you're going into Boston, Sasha Banks' hometown, where everybody's like, we want her back, we want her back, we want her there. So you would have to give them something equivalent or like better. So it's like you can't get too much better than Sasha Banks. But there was an immediate rumor of somebody else being able to come out, and it was, Becky. Becky's going to be the fifth person. And it was like, well, that makes sense. Becky can be the fifth person. She has beef with Damage Control, and that's great. But then it came up with the morbid curiosity of, why are they waiting to SmackDown to reveal who this person is? What is so intriguing about SmackDown that you have to say, oh, this person is here? And that's where people came up with what if it's Liv? It could be Liv because it's on SmackDown and she's crazy and Liv will do anything, and Liv hasn't been anywhere into anything yet, so why not throw Liv into War Games? So now we have officially 3 names. It's Liv, it's Becky, or it's Candace. It's gonna be one of the 3 names. And I know somebody out there is like, dude, why aren't you saying Sasha? Why aren't you saying Sasha? Because I'm now putting my bags into, oh, she'll be back at the Rumble. She'll be back at the Rumble. If she's not a random surprise this weekend, and I'm going to say there could be a big chance that she shows up, but not in War Games. But Rumble is kind of where I'm looking at her to show up. So if it's Becky, it will blow the roof off the place. Everybody's like, oh shit, it's Becky. If it's Candace, it'll be like, eh. If it's Liv, people will be like, oh yeah, it'll be mid. So like I said, I don't know where it's gonna be.
I feel like it shouldn't be Sasha though, because she really doesn't have anything to do with the storyline per se.
That's true, and Liv doesn't either.
Yeah, so it should be one of the other 2.
Yeah, it should be either Candace or Becky. Like, that would be the only thing. But the thing is, like, Sasha does have something to do with the storyline because Bayley has said to told her to stay home because she doesn't want to get into this. Like, that is a thing. And Bianca has already mentioned that Sasha is, like, one of the best wrestlers and she would love to team with her again. So,
okay.
like those outside of, like, just regular, like, knowledge, you'd be like, oh, well, then it does have, like, a little tinge of story to it.
So it's like there, got you.
Yeah, it's there. You just have to listen because it was, like, said on, like, different things. Like, even on the Corey Graves podcast, like, that's when Bayley said about Sasha. And it's like, usually when stuff is said on that podcast, it's like, it sometimes trickles back down to the main story. And it's like, oh, okay, well, yeah, it's like, now it's, like, out there. Like, so that would be a thing. But, like, once again, I more see her as Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
And with the Royal Rumble being huge as it's going to be this year, they need every heavy hitter that they're going to get. And I don't know what they're going to do because it's supposed to be a 40-person Rumble. And so I have speculations, but, like, I don't know because Carl Anderson and Wee Weeks is going to New Japan to defend the never openweight title. And everybody that hates Carl Anderson and hates the way he done things is like, good, he's going to lose the title. Title's over. He's going back. And it's like, New Japan is like, no, he's going to be at Wrestle Kingdom. And they're like, no. They're like, no, he's going to be at Wrestle Kingdom. We already had plans for him and Andrew and Gallows to be wrestling for the title. It's like, what? Why? Like, the people who hate it is like, why? To me, it's like, holy shit, we're about to have the first ever New Japan, WWE, and AEW all on one big historic pay-per-view. And it's like, this is going to be big.
No, it's going to be too sweet.
I mean, I've already on the podcast said that, like, I want this to happen for the 10-year anniversary next year. And it's looking like it's more and more possible to happen.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. WWE always plays, we scratch your back, you scratch ours. So that, like, to a normal person, I'd be like, whatever. If that rule still applies, you have 40 people in a Rumble. You can't just fill that up with your own talent. Even if people you bring back, you still couldn't fill that up with your own talent. Just saying, like, what if they just take the shot and be like, hey, New Japan, what if you had this person or that person show up? You'd be like, huh, because I mean, like, just like the Great O'Karn this weekend, he just wrestled Great Muta and goes, you know what? Fuck Nakamura. I was like, what? The fuck did he do? It was so random. It was like, fuck Nakamura. Like, the fuck? It was like, he's weak anyway. Like, that's why you're gonna fight him. And it's like, the fuck did that come from? And it's like, if he's angling for a match with Nakamura, I'm all for it. But at the same time, it's like, the fuck did that come from? And it's just like little things that's happening, and it's like, could it be like New Japan is like the Nexus portal where anything and everything can happen, and it just be like, it exists. It's like,
I believe so. I believe so. That's gonna be Forbidden Door too.
Yeah, because I'm feeling like this, like, if some of this stuff actually is moving the way that it's moving, it's gonna be like, yeah, this is like, we thought 2022 was weird. 2023 is gonna be even weirder.
Yeah, it's gonna like blow up your mind, literally.
Yes. And speaking of New Japan, they had the historic crossover with New Japan and Stardom in one big show, and it was amazing on different levels. Like, different things happened, and it was like different levels of like cool, and you're like, okay, this is dope. Like Tom Lawler and Shuri versus Zack Sabre Jr. and Julia. Like, Shuri and Julia were a team at one point, and then they went to two different factions and was like, "No, fuck you." And Tom Lawler always wanted to team up with Shuri because he thought that she was like the coolest person in Stardom, but he also wanted to wrestle Zack Sabre Jr. because he's like, I love Zack's style. I want to wrestle Zack. So he got to have all of that, and it was like so dope for Tom, and like I loved it.
More or less, it was just like his dream match, right?
Yes. And then they had a match with two teams of Suzuki Guns versus two women's tag team in Stardom, and it made me feel old, and two, it made me feel happy because one of the teams was Momo Watanabe and Starlight Kid. And it was like, okay, first off, I remember Starlight Kid when she was 16. And she was she might have been a little bit younger than 16. I'm just going to say 16 because she was literally a really young lion in the Stardom system. And she was a baby. Like, she was a baby. She used to wear a mask. And she used to wrestle. And it was like, at first, like, every time she would wrestle, I'd be like, yo, she's fucking 16. Like, she shouldn't be out here, like, going like this. And she was, like, she could wrestle. And I was like, she's 16. And now she's, like, I think she's, like, 20-something. And it's like, I've watched her whole career. Like, from the time they were like, hey, we're going to put you in a ring, you have the mask. And I watched her whole career, and I watched her grow up. And about 2 years ago, she lost the match. Well, not she lost the match. Mayu Iwatani lost the match. And it made Starlight Kid have to join Oedo Tai. And when Starlight Kid joined, Starlight Kid was like, fuck it. Like, I'm a bad chick. Like, and she just turned full heel.
Okay.
The difference is, Momo Watanabe, she had the same type of match. In the match, she was like, fuck it. Like, she was like she's a face. Instead of like losing it, just going straight heel, she was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just go heel in the match. And she went heel, and she just went right to just being a bad guy. And you're like, oh, okay, well, all right. That's how everybody knows. Like, okay.
It was more like, it's like, fuck it.
Yeah, it was like, okay. And like that, like, that's some of the Stardom lore. And the two main matches, well, I mean, they had the Muda match where he was teaming up with Yano and Okada versus the United Empire, which was Great O'Karn, like Jeff Cobb, and I forgot who the other person was. But they had a match and was like, all right, Muda's gonna win, whatever. Then the one main event was Ospreay versus Shota, and it was a good match because it was Shota's first official, like, I don't back from excursion match. And
It doesn't have a term, does it?
It doesn't. But he's now officially home. He lost. He lost to Ospreay, which, like, it's not like some people get mad when it's like, oh, they come back from excursion and they lose, and it's like, no, 9 times out of 10, if a young lion is returned from excursion, even if they're in like the hugest match ever, they're going to lose. They're gonna lose. It's no way that they're gonna win because like everyone that I've ever seen come back, they always lose their first brand new match. I'm like, oh well, it's a thing. Like, and you never could be like, oh well, they're gonna bury them. It's like, no, they just always lose their match. It's a humble thing.
Just a thing they do. It's not nothing personal.
Yeah. So like Ospreay won, and then they had the main event, and it was, I forgot who it was, versus Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane won, and Kairi Sane is now the new IWGP Women's Champion. So
that's awesome.
That's awesome. So yeah, that was like the New Japan Stardom crossover stuff. The tag league from the Junior Tag League and the World Tag League are underway. Nothing special has happened there yet, except for Naito just rambling about him wanting to do something special, even if he loses Tag League. And it's like, I have no idea what you're trying to do, but I want to see what you're going to do. So that's the thing. So, I mean, yeah, so now we go on to NXT. So yeah, NXT was it was funny. It was really funny because it was dumb as hell. It was funny as fuck. It was I couldn't make heads or tails of it. It was funny as fuck. I don't know why.
Because it was scripted.
That's the most hilarious part about it. Because it starts out with goddamn toxic extraction, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. And they're talking about Mandy, and they're ready to celebrate for Mandy. And then Gigi and JC just wind up calling out the tag team champs. And it's like, okay, what the fuck? Like, I'm expecting somebody to come out to beef with Mandy, and it's like, nah, we just beefing with the tag team champs. Like, okay.
Why? Like, just go to SmackDown. Like, y'all were on SmackDown for like a couple times.
They're gonna be on SmackDown too. That's the funny part. So after that, we get Wesley. He's coming in, and Tony D'Angelo says, "Go out there and kill it today, player." And so apparently, Tony D'Angelo wants the title.
Evidently.
Yes. So then we get Coraje, and she takes on Wendy Chu. I'm not gonna lie. This is one of the times where you just look at Cora Jade and go, yeah, no, you are a star. You're everything that everybody thought you were gonna be, including myself. Yeah, this is the part where you're like, oh, yeah, you're a star. Because she did something that was so ridiculous that you're like, what the fuck? Because she brings in her cane. And you're like, oh shit, like she's gonna use her cane. And she gets it taken away because Wendy Chu's about to use it, and you're like, oh no, Wendy's gonna use it. But then, like, well, if that's the distraction, what does Cora use? Want to know what she uses?
What?
Wendy's own juice and throws it in her face and gets the win. And I was like, okay, that was actually cool.
It was cool, but it was stupid all at once.
Uh-huh.
Because it was cool that she did use her own shit against her, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the referee, you're a fucking idiot. You're slamming your hand in the fucking juice, and you're not thinking about that?
Okay, like, I'm gonna shoot him some bail.
Okay.
Because to me, it actually came across like this. Because the way it was done, where both women were soaked with juice. And it's like, are they both sweaty from wrestling? Like, what just happened? Like, there's no way water can just come out of the sky. Like, what just happened? And it's just one of those things. It's like, they're both soaked. So, fuck it. I'll just count to 3. So it's like, yeah, all right.
I guess.
Yeah. So then we get the first of many Duke Hudson thingies. So Duke gets a talking to by Grayson Waller. And Grayson Waller is like, all right, man, I know that you're fucking around. I know that you're doing, like, you're not really serious. I know that you're not serious. Come on, just tell the truth. Just tell the truth. And he's like, no, I really am. And he's like, whatever, man. You're just fucking around. I know it. And it's like, okay, maybe he is. Maybe he is.
The fact that they're pointing it out now that he's fucking around, it means he's not fucking around.
Yeah. So then we get Apollo Crews. He's at a diner in a nightclub, and he's remembering title matches. And he's remembering, and he's holding the title in his hand. He's going to win the title. And Renegade said, what if that vision is him beating the shit out of Braun Breaker, fucking him up, and then he's holding a title after he loses?
Yeah.
Like
that's him as a heel.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. So then we get Kiana James, and she's backstage, and she's talking to Mackenzie, and Mackenzie's like, yeah, whatever. So then here comes Javier, and Javi has a list. He literally has a Jericho list of 1,000 people that he can wrestle, and Mackenzie goes down every name, and like, she doesn't go down every name, she skips names, and she's like, dude, he doesn't even work here. Like, it was so many random fucking people. And then dude was like, I'll fight you. And then she looked at him like, all right, I'll beat your ass. And he's like, I'm gonna leave. What the fuck? like this story with him, he's gonna keep calling out people. And like, the one name he keeps saying is Axiom.
Yeah.
So I think Axiom is gonna be back once his visa gets like secured. He'll be back, and he's gonna be the person that fucking fights him. And it's like, oh, okay, well, that's like, I have no problem with it. It's like they're building up Javi to be somebody who literally like 5 minutes ago we didn't give a fuck about, and it's like, no, he's on TV every week now. He's like slowly being transitioned into somebody.
And you know he's gonna wind up beating Axiom somehow. So.
Yes. So then we get Pretty Deadly. And they show up, and they're messing with Chase U, and they're messing with Duke Hudson. And Duke starts beating him up. And that sets up something later, maybe.
The funny part about it, he took both of them out all by himself. Like, he got a little hurt, but he did good on his own against both of them.
Yes. So then we have Kiana James versus Ivy now. And Ivy beats Kiana because Fallon Henley comes out and she distracts. So Diamond Mine comes in the ring, and the Creed brothers are like, yeah, Indu, sure, we're gonna beat your ass. And Ivy's like, dude, just drop it. And they're like, no, we're gonna beat the shit out of him. And Ivy's like, just fucking drop it. Like, dude, what is wrong with you guys? Just drop it. And
Chill.
yeah, and like the more and more she says it, the more and more I'm like, yeah, she's definitely in the
Yeah, it's something weird about that. It's either she's with them or she knows
Mm,
something she's not saying.
yes. So then we get Isladon. And Isladon is practicing witchcraft, and it's like, okay, yeah, no, this is straight up her last gimmick she had in UK brought over to America. And it's like, okay, cool. And she finishes her promo, and then right after that, it says Skryps is going to debut, and I'm like, well, isn't she Skryps? And they're like, no, Skryps is another person. I'm like, okay,
I legit thought that's what it was. I thought she was Scripps or a Scripps because I
yes,
honestly thought it was more than one person.
yes. And so then we get Duke Hudson. He goes to Mr. Chase, and he's like, yo, Pretty Daily beat me up, but I got them to agree to a tag team title match tonight. Me and you. And Chase is like, wait, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, the two of us tag team match tonight, player. He's like, oh shit, we're gonna get a tag team match.
Hopefully, he
So
appreciated that shit.
yes. So then we get fucking Skryps, dude. We get fucking Skryps. And I didn't realize this until somebody pointed this out to me. They was like, dude, why does he look like a broke Serpentico? And I'm like,
Oh
you
my
know what?
god, yes, the fuck he does.
Yes, he does. Yeah. And the funny part is like this guy's supposed to be the guy that's like bring down NXT and make people be accountable and this, that, and the third. And it's like, yeah, no, that's right, right? Right? No,
No,
it's just fucking Reggie doing jumping, flipping shit, and it's like, like I was so hated this thing. I so hated it.
like I liked his in-ring work, but the whole uh, other side of it, the look and the presentation, like no, it's like Axiom. Team him up. Fuck it.
Yeah. The only thing that had me kind of something was the fact that he wrote like it was some letter and he stuck it on the guy he beats chest and it's like, oh, okay, that's interesting because what did that note say? I want to know what the note says.
Join
Like,
me.
oh well, that's not his gimmick, player. That's the next people's gimmick, which is the schism. This was so fucking funny and good for no reason. Because the schism are talking and they're talking about how people should join them and how this is a thing. And Ava Rain goes outside and she looks in the crowd and she says, you, come with us. Join us. Come on. Come on. And he comes in the ring, some guy, and they're telling him something about a sacrifice. And it's like, okay, cool. Sacrifice. And Ava was just like, give me a hug. And like once again, it's one of those things where you're like, you see it and you're just like, you can't deny that she has a presence, and it's just like grows every week.
Yep.
And she hugs him, and then like she gives this look to the camera while she's hugging him, and it's like, bro, like that look for years to come will be a signature look because it's a look like she's smiling and she gives you this look like he's going to die. It is like that's perfect. Like that's perfect. And it's like one of those looks that like you have to like certain people can pull it off and she pulled it off amazingly.
Like this, like evil gimmick is working there perfectly with her.
Yes. And Joe Gacy slammed the dude through the table, rock bottom style. So
I was just about to point that out. Like, did you notice it was a rock bottom too?
yes. So then we get Trick. he's in the back and he's talking about how Melo's gonna win tonight. And Wesley comes up. And Wesley is like, oh, you said that Trick doesn't need your help. And they start going back and forth. And he convinces Trick to not be in Wes's corner tonight. And it's like, bro, how did you not see that that's what he was doing?
Trick ain't bright.
Yeah, it was really fucked up. I'm like, dude, he just totally agreed to it. I was like, God damn it. And it was at that moment I was like, yeah, Melo's losing.
I think Melo would have lost even if Trick was out there the whole time, in my opinion.
I mean, maybe. So then we get a Braun Breaker promo. He's fishing, and I was wondering where his dad was, and if we get to see his dad for the first time. Totally forgetting that his dad is Rick Steiner. Totally forgetting that. Sorry.
Question. Because this kind of bothered me and all that. Like, it's a small thing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was bothered with the fact that he was fishing. Did that bother you? Or, like, does he seem like the type that will fish? Because to me, he seemed like the type that would fish. So that was no surprise to me.
Yeah, it wasn't a surprise to me either. It was like, okay, yeah, he's going to fish. Who cares?
Okay, so, like, them getting weirded out about that. That's weird, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So then we had a match, Zoe Starks versus Solo Rukia. And so we've seen Solo Rukia before, and it's like, okay, she's something. It's like she's something. Like she has a look. And it's like, okay, yeah, they love the tall blondes. Yeah, fine. She has a look that it's like, okay, she's kind of distinct. Look, she could do athletic shit. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But to me, it was something about this match. I don't know if she's been working harder or like it was Zoe, but it was something about this match that it was like, so Rukia, once she puts it together, she could be a star.
Yeah, she has potential. So there's something there.
Yeah, it's like she has like little it factors, but like she just has to work on it. And once she finally gets it, it's going to be, oh, she's a fucking star.
Yeah.
Zoe gets the win, and then Nikita Lyons comes out and, beats up Zoe, so that's a thing. And it's like, all right. And then we have something that I love because they put this plot device in place last week. Malik and Idris are outside and they're with Von Wagner and Von Wagner's stupid friend. And they're trying to get Von to party. And Von's like, yeah, you know what? I might party. And then Von beats up Malik and rips his sweater. The sweaters that his dad gave him. Oh, man. Like, yeah, and people last week was like, oh, that's stupid. Why did they talk about it? Dad's death. It's dumb. And they paid it off the next week. And it's like, ooh, now you have reason to care about these two when they have a match. It's like, yeah, it's like, why did you guys not see that coming? Like, what the fuck?
The people bitching still not gonna care though. You know how
that's true.
Yeah.
But they should care. They should.
I enjoyed it, so.
Me too. So then we have young Master Regal, aka Charlie Dempsey. And he's talking about hurting people and how he's gonna run through the NXT locker room. And I'm like, I'm okay with it. The thing is, like, I want him to have a gimmick, but I don't know what kind of gimmick would fit him.
Okay.
Because, like, I don't want him to have, like, a cheesy gimmick, but I want him to have a gimmick where it's, like, you know that he's a total badass.
Something.
Yes. So, then we get to the tag team match for the tag titles. Now, I've said this before, and I will say this again until she proves me wrong. Thea Hale steals the show every time she's in a scene. She's like a little scrappy dude pit bull. And it's like, she's going to fucking steal the show every time.
Yeah, I agree. She'd be funny as shit. Like when they was beating up Duke in the back, well, when he was beating them up, like she tried to get in it, they were holding her the whole time, like
Yes.
she was scrappy.
And then in this match, she gets knocked down and she does like a tremendous sell job of like getting hit. And Duke runs over to her because it was his fault that she got hit. And Chase is in the ring and he gets pinned. And the match is over. So yeah.
Yeah,
So
like I'm trying to see who's gonna be the actual bad guy to this guy. I don't think it's gonna be
Chase.
Duke.
Chase.
You think
Because
so?
after it was all over, Chase was all messed up. And he just kept looking at Duke with a face. It's going to be Andre Chase.
It would have to be.
Yeah, it's going to be Andre Chase. So yeah, I'm all for that.
Yeah.
So next week we find out who's all in the Iron Survivor match on both sides, men and women. So that's the thing.
That's gonna be good.
We get the TikTok Toxic Tag Team and the Nikita Lions saying that next week they're going to team up to face Toxic Extraction.
Also good.
So then we had a banger. Wesley versus Mello. Great match. And Wes gets the win, retains the title, and me and Renegade always say the same thing. After the championship match, New Japan that shit. Next challenger come out, say something. And there was a lockup on the screen. It was like, oh, okay, what the fuck is this? And then Mr. Hughes showed up. I mean, Donovan Dijak showed up.
I was about to say Big Boss Man.
That too. And he chokeslammed the shit out of Wesley, so apparently he's going for Wesley.
Did he kind of imply he was going for the world title though? I don't mind this, but yeah, he kind of implied that.
That's exactly what I got too. Was like, yeah, you said you were going for the world title, so why did we get this?
Yeah. Again, I don't mind, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind either. I'm like, yeah, why did we get this? Okay. So yeah, that was a thing.
Yeah.
So since we're going to record after Survivor Series, we have to go down the card of Survivor Series.
All right.
And give us our predictions. The Women's War Games. Damage Control with Nikki Cross and Rhea Ripley versus Bianca. Alexa Bliss, who feels like she doesn't want to be in this match. Asuka and Michan and a mystery partner. Who do you have winning this?
I'm gonna go with Team Damage Control because, like you said, Alexa Bliss seems like she doesn't want to be there. So I feel like she might turn on the team. If not her, then it wound up being like, let's say Candice. Mm-hmm. Candice is turning on them. So.
Okay, here's the thing, right?
Uh-huh.
What if Alexa does turn on the team? And whoever that fifth person is, they're just in there. And the fifth person is just in there. And Alexa just says, fuck it, and turns on the team. And she just winds up going with Damage Control just to beat the shit out of everybody. And like, it's 4 against 6. And then like 2 people comes out to even the odds, or like 1 person comes out to even the odds. Like, I would enjoy that because it's like not predictable, and it's just like something I would see, but like it's just not predictable.
Yeah, it's not. I would like that. But, yeah, I'm gonna go with Damage Control though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the other team.
Okay.
So then we have the triple threat. Currently at a triple threat, not a 4-way yet. Currently at a triple threat. Seth Rollins, Bobby Lashley, and Austin Theory. Who you got your money on?
Okay, I'm gonna word it like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like as far as the triple threat, they're kind of trying to push Theory now, like rebuild him. So Theory. Now, if it goes into the 4-way aspect, I'm gonna say Ali.
4-way Ali, as this, I see it being Seth Rollins still.
Okay.
So then we have AJ versus Finn Balor in a singles match. Who you got?
AJ.
I'm going with Finn.
Okay.
So for the women's world title match, we have Ronda Rousey versus Shotzi. Who do you see winning?
Nothing against Shotzi, but it's gonna be Ronda. Especially the fact that she has, more than likely she's gonna have Shayna in her corner. So.
Yes. So once again, this is one of those predictions that like nobody would see coming, but certain people would. Ronda wins. Jay, Ronda wins. Ronda's a champ. Ronda's standing there after she beats the shit out of Shotzi, just waiting, and then we get a challenger for Ronda. Like, that would be awesome.
Yeah. Like I kind of like that. Like it kind of feels like a New Japan type of like vibe when they do it like that.
Yes, and especially if there's like a big, huge return surprise. Yeah, like that would be great.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I would love that.
Mm-hmm.
So then we have the men's war games. The Brawling Brutes, Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens versus the Bloodline. Who you got?
Team Broody. Not Uzi, Broody.
I do too. Because you said that you had a theory for this, not an Austin.
Yeah. Did I say that on the podcast already?
I don't think you did say it on the podcast. So
okay, so my theory is basically that because like the way you win this is submission or basically knockout. So they're gonna have Jey Uso on a submission and whatever, and Sammy's gonna give up and be happy because he won't want him to get hurt.
Okay.
And then like that's gonna like further along that storyline, and that's probably where they're gonna kick him out of the Bloodline, and then we're gonna have Sammy and Kevin versus the Usos for the tag team titles eventually.
Yes, I see something similar to that happening.
Okay.
But I feel like whatever's gonna happen is going to spark the Kevin and Sammy thing.
Yes. Regardless,
like,
it's gonna like trigger that.
Yep. Yes. So like, yeah, we're gonna have some fun, but I definitely see the good guys winning, which is the Brawling Brutes on the other side. I see those guys winning.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the podcast, and we will be done. I mean, we will be back after Survivor Series.
Yes, sir.
So yeah. So also, happy Thanksgiving, and any last words?
I'm still Team Uzi though, even though I chose Team Broody.
Okay.